I used to be ashamed of my tears. I thought crying meant I was weak. I thought if I was really trusting God, I shouldn't be hurting so much. But now I understand. Those tears weren't proof that I had failed. They were proof that I kept going. Every tear I cried was part of a story I didn't know God was writing. And today I can finally say, my tears became my testimony. I remember crying in the darkness when nobody knew my name. I remember asking heaven, will I ever feel okay? I remember all the mornings when I didn't want to rise. I remember hiding everything behind a smile and tired eyes. I thought my tears were weakness. I thought they made me small. But every time I started falling, you were there to catch me when I'd fall. I didn't know it then, but you were building something. Every tear was carrying a prayer. Every prayer was carrying hope. And every moment was bringing me closer to the day I would understand. My tears became a testimony. My pain became a song. The nights I thought would break me couldn't keep me down for long. My tears became a testimony. My scars became my praise. You took the darkest chapters and turned them into grace. Now when I tell my story, I don't hide where I've been, because every tear I cried helped lead me back to you. There were nights that felt endless, like morning would never come. I stared into the darkness, wondering what I'd become. I asked you for a reason, but you didn't tell me why. So I learned to keep believing, even when I couldn't see the sky. Some days I had no answers. Some days I had no strength. Some days the only thing I had was the decision to keep going. And now I look behind me and I can see the nights weren't wasted, the tears weren't wasted, the prayers weren't wasted. None of it was wasted. My tears became a testimony. My pain became a song. The nights I thought would break me couldn't keep me down for long. My tears became a testimony. My scars became my praise. You took the darkest chapters and turned them into grace. Now when I tell my story, I don't hide where I've been, because every tear I cried helped lead me back to you. I remember when the answer came, I cried again. But this time, they were tears of gratitude. I thought about the nights when I didn't know if I could continue. I thought about the prayers I almost stopped praying. I thought about the silence I thought you had forgotten, and suddenly everything looked different. The tears that once represented pain now represented survival. The nights that once represented fear now represented faith. And the story I once wanted to hide became the story I wanted to tell. I didn't survive because I never struggled. I survived because God kept me through the struggle. Look what you did. Look what you did with my tears. Look what you did with my pain. With my pain. Look what you did with my waiting. With my waiting. Look what you did with my shame. You took every broken moment and gave it meaning. You took every lonely night and gave it purpose. You took the story I wanted to forget and turned it into a reason to worship. My tears became my testimony. My pain became my song. My waiting became my song. My scars show your healing. My weakness revealed your strength. My story will give you glory. Now when somebody tells me I'm tired, I understand. When somebody tells me I've been praying, I understand. When somebody says I don't think God hears me, I remember my own nights. I remember the floor beside my bed. I remember the tears. I remember whispering, God, please help me. And I can tell them keep going. Not because life is always easy, not because every prayer is answered immediately, but because I've learned God can meet you in the middle of your pain. Maybe that's why you kept me. Maybe that's why you healed me, so someone else could hear my story and find hope in theirs. My tears became a testimony. My pain became a song. The nights I thought would break me couldn't keep me down for long. Oh, my tears became a testimony. My pain became a song. The nights I thought would break me and keep me down for long. More. I remember when nobody knew I was hurting. I remember the nights I cried alone. I remember praying in the darkness with no idea what tomorrow would bring. I remember when the words stopped coming and all I could do was cry. I remember thinking maybe heaven had forgotten me. Maybe God wasn't listening. Maybe my prayers were disappearing into the darkness. But I was wrong. He heard every whisper. He saw every tear. He knew every hidden battle. He stayed through every unanswered question. And when I finally looked back, I realized He had been there all along. This is my testimony. This is my story. God heard me. God heard me. Oh. God heard me. I remember the nights when I couldn't sleep. I remember the promises I couldn't seem to keep. I remember all the questions that were running through my mind, wondering if tomorrow would ever treat me kind. I remember all the tears that fell beside my bed, all the words I couldn't speak, all the things I never said. But you knew, you always turned away. I prayed inside the darkness with the lights turned down low. Told you all my secrets, the things nobody knows. I didn't have a perfect prayer, I didn't know what to say. Sometimes I just said Jesus and cried the rest away. I thought a prayer had to be beautiful, faith had to be strong, but you taught me sometimes a broken whisper can still reach heaven. I couldn't explain my heart, but you understood. I couldn't see tomorrow, but you already could. God heard me when nobody heard my cry. God saw me when I thought I was alone at night. God heard me when I couldn't find the words to pray. He held me when I didn't have the strength to stay. Every tear, every whisper, every prayer, He heard. God heard me, and He never turned away. Then came the waiting, the longest season of my life. I prayed, but nothing seemed to change. I cried, but the answer didn't come. I watched the days pass, then the weeks, then the months, and there were moments when I almost stopped praying. I almost said, what's the point? But something inside me kept whispering, hold on. So I prayed one more time, then one more, then one more, and somehow God gave me strength for every day until the answer came. I thought the waiting meant you weren't listening, but now I know you were preparing. God heard me even when heaven seemed silent. God kept me when I was tired of fighting. God heard me every prayer I prayed alone. God held me until I finally found my way home. Every tear, every whisper, every midnight prayer was heard. God heard me. He was listening all along. Then one day the answer came, and I almost didn't recognize it. It wasn't exactly what I had imagined. It was better. You didn't just change my situation, you changed me. You didn't just open a door, you gave me direction. You didn't just remove the pain, you taught me how to walk through it. You didn't just answer, you transformed the story. And suddenly all those nights make sense. The tears had a purpose, the waiting had a purpose, the silence had a purpose, the story had a purpose. And now I can see. Look what you did with my tears. Look what you did with my tears, with my pain. Look what you did with my waiting. Look what you did with my shame. You took my broken heart and taught it how to love again. You took my tired faith and taught it how to stand again. You took my darkest night and turned it into morning. You took my unanswered prayer, it's turned them into testimony. You heard me when I cried, when I whispered, you heard me when I couldn't pray. When I couldn't pray, yeah. Heard me when I was afraid. And now I can see it. Look what you did. Look what you did with my tears. Look what you did with my pain. Look what you did with my waiting. Look what you did with my shame. You took my broken heart and taught it how to love again. You took my tired faith and taught it how to stand again. You took my darkest night and turned it into morning. You took my unanswered prayers and turned them into testimony. When I cried, you heard me. When I cried, you heard me. When I whispered, when I couldn't pray, when I couldn't pray, when I was afraid. I remember when no nobody knew I was hurting. I remember the nights I cried alone. I remember praying in the darkness with no idea what tomorrow would bring. I remember when it was after midnight. Everybody was asleep. The lights were off. And I was sitting alone trying to understand how my life had become so heavy. I didn't know what tomorrow would bring. I didn't know when things would change, but I knew one thing: I couldn't keep carrying it by myself. So in the darkest room, with tears running down my face, I prayed. Not because I had answers, but because I needed God. Oh yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. It was somewhere after midnight when I finally closed my eyes, but sleep wouldn't come near me. There were questions in my mind. I stared into the darkness with my hands across my chest, trying to find a little peace, trying hard to find some rest. The whole world seemed so quiet, but my heart was screaming loud. I felt like I was drowning with nobody around. I whispered, Lord, I'm tired. Then the tears began to fall. I didn't have a perfect prayer. I didn't have the right words. I only knew, oh, I needed you. I prayed in the dark when nobody could see. I told you all my secrets. I told you everything. I prayed in the dark with tears upon my face. I didn't know the answer, but I knew I needed grace. I prayed when I was hurting. I prayed when I was afraid. I prayed because I couldn't carry another day alone. I prayed in the dark and I called your name. I said, God, why am I hurting? Why does my heart feel tired? Why do I keep fighting battles that I thought were already behind me? Why do some prayers feel unanswered? Why do some doors stay closed? Why do I keep losing things I thought I was supposed to hold? I asked you so many questions, then I became quiet, because somewhere in my heart I knew you didn't know me explanations. I just needed your presence. So I stopped asking, why, and whispered, stay with me while I walk through this. When nobody could see, I told you all my secrets. I told you everything. I prayed in the dark with tears upon my face. I didn't know the answer, but I knew I needed grace. I prayed when I was hurting. I prayed when I was afraid. I prayed because I couldn't carry another day alone. I prayed in the dark and I called your name. There came a moment when I couldn't pretend anymore. I put my face into my hands and cried. I said, God, I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of telling everybody I'm okay. I need you. Then I told you everything. The mistakes, the regrets, the disappointments, the fears, the things I was ashamed of, the things I never told anybody. And when I finally finished, there was silence. But this time, the silence didn't me, because I knew you were listening.
I couldn't hear your voice,
but I could feel peace.
I couldn't see your hand,
but I could keep breathing. And somehow that was enough.
I prayed in the dark,
and heaven heard my cry. I couldn't see tomorrow, but you were by my side.
I prayed in the dark,
when my faith was almost gone, you gave me enough strength to make it through the dawn. I didn't need a miracle,
I just needed you.
and somehow
You gave me more.
I don't need every answer.
Just say,
I don't need to know tomorrow.
just say,
I don't need the road to be easy.
just say,
I don't need everyone to understand me. When I'm crying, when I'm afraid, when my faith is weak, when I don't know what to pray, just stay in the darkness,
you were there,
in the silence,
you were there,
in my tears,
you were there,
when I couldn't see,
you were there,
when I couldn't understand, when I almost gave up, you held me. When I called your name,
you heard me.
I stayed there until the morning, watching darkness slowly fade. The sky began to change, and I realized I had survived another night. The problems were still waiting, the questions were still there, but something inside me had become stronger.
I realized
If God could carry me through the night, He could carry me into tomorrow. So I stood up, wiped the tears from my face, and whispered, thank you. It was somewhere after midnight when I finally closed my eyes, but sleep wouldn't come near me. There were questions in my mind. I stared into the darkness with my hands across my chest, trying to find a little peace, trying hard to find some rest. The whole world seemed so quiet, but my heart was screaming loud. I felt like I was drowning with nobody around. I whispered, Lord, I'm tired. Then the tears began to fall. I didn't have a perfect. Nobody knew how many nights I cried. Nobody knew how many times I smiled, just so nobody would ask questions. I learned how to say I'm okay, even when I wasn't. I learned how to laugh while my heart was breaking. But when everybody went to sleep, I would close my door and finally let the tears fall. I thought nobody heard me, I thought nobody saw me, but I was wrong, because somewhere beyond the silence, God heard me. Yeah. Yeah. I walked into the room smiling like nothing was wrong. Everybody saw me laughing, they thought I was strong. Nobody knew the weight that I carried inside. Nobody knew how many times I went somewhere alone and cried. I answered every question with the words they wanted to hear. I'm doing fine, don't worry. While I was fighting back the tears, I became an expert at hiding everything I felt inside. But there was one place I couldn't hide, when I was alone at night.
When the lights went out,
The smile disappeared.
when the noise faded,
I could finally hear my heart, and all I could whisper was, God,
are you there?
are you there?
Nobody heard me cry.
When I was breaking down inside,
Nobody knew the battle.
I was fighting late at night.
Nobody heard me cry.
When I couldn't explain the pain,
But heaven heard my whisper.
calling out your name, I thought I was alone.
I thought nobody cared.
But while the whole world slept,
God heard me there.
there were nights I watched the ceiling until the morning came, trying to understand my life, trying to make sense of the pain. I asked you so many questions, I didn't know how to pray. Why does everything feel heavy? Why won't this pain go away? I turned over in my bed with tears against my face. I whispered,
Lord,
Lord,
I'm getting tired.
then I waited in the silence.
No thunder came,
No voice filled the room, no miracle appeared,
just silence.
but somehow I kept talking to you. I didn't have beautiful words, I didn't know what to say. Sometimes all I had was a tear falling down my face, and somehow you understood.
Nobody heard me cry.
When I was breaking down inside,
Nobody knew the battle.
I was fighting late at night. Nobody
Nobody heard me cry.
when I couldn't explain the pain,
But heaven heard my whisper.
calling out your name. I thought I was alone,
I thought nobody cared.
but while the whole world slept,
God heard me there.
one night I finally stopped pretending. I got down beside my bed and I said, God, I don't know how much longer I can keep carrying this. I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of being strong.
I'm tired.
I'm tired of telling everybody that I'm okay. Lord, if you can hear me,
I need you.
I didn't ask for riches.
I didn't ask for fame.
I didn't ask you to make everybody understand me.
I just asked.
Please don't leave me alone in this. Then I cried and cried and cried until I had nothing left. Oh, I thought those tears were weakness, but they became my prayer. I thought I was talking to an empty room, but God was listening.
Nobody heard me
But
cry.
heaven heard every sound.
Every tear that hit the floor.
Was a prayer that you found.
Nobody heard me cry.
But you knew what I couldn't say. You knew the words inside my heart before I found a way. I thought I was forgotten,
I thought you weren't there.
but every tear I cried, you heard it.
You knew.
When I couldn't speak,
You knew.
when I couldn't pray,
You knew.
when I smiled through the pain,
You knew.
when I walked away.
You knew.
Every hidden battle,
You knew.
every silent tear,
You knew.
every midnight prayer, and you were near. Did you hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
When I cried,
I heard you.
when I whispered,
I heard heard you.
When I couldn't find the words,
I heard you.
when everybody thought I was strong,
I knew you were hurting.
when nobody knew my story,
I knew your story.
when I thought I was alone, I was right there. The morning finally came, and nothing looked different. The same room, the same problems, the same unanswered questions. But something inside me felt different. I didn't have the answer, but I had peace. I didn't know what tomorrow held, but I knew I wasn't broken into it alone. I wiped the tears from my face, opened the curtains and whispered, thank you, God. Because sometimes the first I walked into the room smiling like nothing was wrong. Everybody saw me laughing. They thought I was strong, just so nobody could ask questions.
There was a point where I didn't know how to pray anymore. I had said everything I knew to say. I had asked for help. I had asked for strength. I had asked for a way out. But eventually, the words disappeared. I just sat there with tears running down my face. And for the first time, I didn't try to explain myself. I simply cried. And somehow, God understood. He heard
The words I couldn't say. I opened up my mouth, but nothing came out. I wanted to explain the pain, but I didn't know how. There were feelings in my heart that language couldn't hold. Too many memories, too many stories left untold. So I sat beside my bed with my hands across my face, and every tear that fell became another prayer of faith. I couldn't tell you everything, but you already knew.
I didn't have a sentence.
I didn't have a speech.
I didn't even have the strength
to ask you for anything,
but you understood.
My silence.
You heard the words I couldn't say.
You understood my tears.
You knew the pain behind my silence.
You knew my hidden fears.
You heard the words I couldn't say.
When my voice couldn't speak,
you reached into the deepest place
of the heart inside of me.
I didn't have to explain.
I didn't have to pretend.
You knew what I needed
before my prayer could begin. There were things I couldn't tell anybody, things I couldn't explain. How do you describe a broken heart when brokenness has no name? How do you tell somebody you're tired of being strong? How do you explain the feeling that you've been fighting for too long? So I smiled during the daytime and cried when night arrived. I carried conversations that only happened in my mind. But when I came before you, I stopped pretending. I didn't have to wear the smile.
I didn't have to hide.
I could finally bring the real me before your eyes.
You heard the words I couldn't say.
And you didn't have my tears.
You knew the pain behind my side.
You knew my hidden fears.
You heard the words I couldn't say.
When my voice couldn't speak,
you reached into the deepest place
of the heart inside of me.
I didn't have to explain.
I didn't have to pretend.
You knew what I needed
before my prayer could begin.
I remember one particular night. I couldn't stop crying. I didn't know exactly why. Maybe it was everything. The disappointment, the loneliness, the mistakes, the waiting, the fear, the memories, all of it came crashing down at once. I tried to pray, but my voice broke, so I stopped and let the tears speak.
One fell, then another,
Then another,
then another.
and somehow I felt a peace I couldn't explain.
Maybe my tears,
My tears were saying what my mouth couldn't.
maybe my sigh,
Was still a prayer, because you stayed.
until I could breathe again.
Oh, you heard the words I couldn't say. You counted every tear. You knew the weight upon my heart, and you came close to me there. Hey, hey, yeah.
You heard the words I couldn't say.
When I couldn't find my voice,
You reminded me through silence
that I still had a choice. I could keep pretending, or I could finally surrender. And I surrender. Before I spoke,
you knew,
before I cried,
you knew.
before I understood why I was hurting inside.
You knew,
Every secret,
you knew,
every fear,
you knew.
every prayer.
I was too broken to share.
And you didn't walk away, you didn't turn your face. You stayed in the silence.
That place,
That place,
that place.
when I couldn't speak,
You wouldn't pray,
when I couldn't pray,
when I couldn't explain.
when I couldn't explain,
You wouldn't pray,
when I only cried,
you wouldn't pray.
when my heart was broken, when I felt forgotten. You remembered me when I felt alone. You stayed with me. That night I stopped asking, why is this happening? I stopped trying to control everything I couldn't change. I simply whispered, God, here I am. Take the fear. I pray for something to change, but every morning looked the same. I asked you for a little hope, but still I carried all this pain. I watched the days turn into weeks, and weeks become another month. I wondered why the answer still hadn't come. I saw other people moving forward while I remained behind. And every time I looked around, I questioned what was happening in my life. I kept saying,
God, when
but heaven didn't give me a date. I thought
you weren't answering,
because I couldn't hear you.
I thought you had forgotten.
Because nothing was moving, but maybe something was moving that I couldn't see.
Heaven wasn't silent.
You were working in the dark, even when I couldn't see it. You were changing my heart.
Heaven wasn't silent.
You were closer than I knew. While I was waiting for the answer, you were preparing something new.
I remember one door
I begged you to open. I thought if that door opened, everything would finally make sense. I prayed, I waited, I hoped, but the door stayed closed, and I was disappointed. I couldn't understand why you wouldn't give me the thing I wanted so badly. Later, I discovered that door would have taken me somewhere I didn't belong. What I called rejection was actually protection. What I called delay was actually direction. I cried because you said no, but one day I thanked you because I finally understood your no was mercy too.
Heaven wasn't silent.
You were working in the dark, even when I couldn't see it. You were changing my heart.
Heaven wasn't silent.
You were closer than I knew. While I was waiting for the answer, you preparing something new. I thought you had forgotten me, but you were making a way.
Heaven wasn't silent.
You were working while I prayed.
There was a season when nothing seemed to make sense. Plans failed, people left, doors closed. Things I counted on didn't work out, and I kept asking, God, why?
I thought I was falling behind. I thought my life was passing me by. I thought everyone else had figured it out. But while I was measuring my life against somebody else's journey,
God was preparing mine.
couldn't see the roots growing because I was staring at the ground. But beneath the surface, something was happening. Sometimes God does his deepest work when nobody can see it. The seed grows before the fruit appears.
I remember what I prayed for. I remember exactly what I wanted. I thought I knew what would make me happy. I thought I knew what would fix everything. So I gave God my prayer, and then I waited. But when the answer finally came, it didn't look like the picture I had created at first. I almost didn't recognize it. Then I realized God wasn't just answering my prayer, He was answering the need behind my prayer. I asked for one thing, but He gave me something deeper. I asked for a door, but He gave me a new direction. I asked for relief,
But he gave me peace.
and that's when I understood
The answer was bigger than my prayer.
oh, the answer was
Bigger than my prayer.
oh, yeah. I prayed for one door to open. I thought that was the way. I asked you for a certain blessing. I begged you every day. I told you what I wanted, I told you what I needed. I thought if you gave me that one thing, my heart would finally breathe. I had already planned the future, I had already seen the road. I didn't know the plans I were carrying too much of a load. So when you didn't answer the way I expected, I thought you had said no. But
You knew something
I couldn't see,
You knew what I needed.
more than I knew myself.
The answer was bigger than my prayer.
Greater than the thing I asked you for. You gave me peace
Instead of worry,
and opened a completely different door.
the answer was bigger than my prayer.
You gave me more than I could see. I asked you to change my situation, but you changed the person inside of me. I thought I knew what I needed, but you knew better. The answer was bigger than my prayer. I remember that closed door and how badly I cried. I thought if you loved me, you would open it wide. I couldn't understand it, I couldn't see the reason. I thought you were delaying me, but you were changing my season. Later I discovered what was waiting behind it, and suddenly I thanked you for not giving me what I demanded. Because what I thought was rejection was protection. What I thought was punishment
Was mercy,
what I thought was a delay
was direction.
Oh, you saw what I couldn't see. You knew what I couldn't know. And sometimes your greatest answer is the thing you don't give us.
The answer was bigger than my prayer.
Greater than the thing I asked you for. Yeah, you gave me peace
Instead of worry,
and opened a completely different door.
the answer was bigger than my prayer.
You gave me more than I could see. I asked you to change my situation, but you changed the person inside of me. I thought I knew what I needed, but you knew better. The answer was bigger, bigger than my prayer. I asked you to remove the problem, but you taught me how to stand. I asked you to change everybody,
But you changed my heart instead.
I asked you to make life easier, but you made my faith stronger.
I asked you
To shorten the journey, but you taught me how to walk it longer. I asked you for an answer, you gave me understanding.
I asked you for a miracle.
You gave me your presence, and now when I look back, I realize your presence was the miracle I needed most.
I wanted something temporary.
You gave me,
You gave me something eternal.
I wanted an immediate answer,
You gave me
lasting peace. The answer was bigger than my prayer, more beautiful than I imagined.
You took the fear inside my heart.
And replaced it with your
It
presence.
was bigger than my prayer.
You gave me strength to carry on. I thought I needed everything to change,
But you showed me
I was never alone. I asked you for a blessing,
You gave me a testimony.
I asked you for a way out.
You taught me how to walk through.
I would have missed it if you had given me everything I asked for. I might have missed everything you were preparing if you had opened the door I wanted. I might have never found the road you designed for me if you had answered the way I demanded. I might have missed the blessing in your wisdom. So now
I don't just thank you.
for what you gave me,
I thank you
for what you didn't give me,
because you knew
what I needed.
I asked for a door.
You gave me direction,
I asked for relief.
you gave me peace,
I asked for strength.
you gave me grace.
I asked for an answer.
I asked for an answer. answer. You gave me understanding. You gave me, I asked for. I asked for the door. I prayed for one door to open. I thought that was the way. I thought I knew what would make me happy. I thought I knew what would fix everything. So I gave God my prayer and then I waited. But when the answer finally came, it didn't look like the picture I had created at first. I almost didn't recognize it. Then I realized God wasn't just answering my prayer, He was answering the need behind my prayer. I asked for.
There was a season when I almost stopped praying. Not because I stopped believing in God, but because I became tired. Tired of asking, tired of waiting, tired of crying, tired of hoping for something that seemed like it would never happen. I would kneel beside my bed, and sometimes I had nothing to say. One night I whispered, God, I don't know how much longer I can do this. And that was the most honest prayer I'd ever prayed. I had prayed the same prayer so many nights before. I kept asking for a breakthrough, but nothing seemed to change anymore. I watched the calendar turning while my hope was wearing thin. Every morning I woke up wondering where to begin. People said keep believing, and I tried with all my heart. But when you waited for so long, sometimes faith feels hard. I wasn't angry with you, I was simply tired. I didn't want to walk away, I just wanted to rest. I didn't need every answer, I needed strength for one more day. I almost stopped praying, I almost gave up hope. Ooh, I almost told my tired heart, maybe God won't show. Oh, I almost stopped praying because the waiting hurt so bad. But something deep inside me remembered what I already had. Oh, I had seen your mercy, I had felt your grace. So even when my faith was weak, I still called your name. One night I sat beside my bed and stared down at the floor. I didn't know what else to tell you, I had said it all before. I started talking through my tears. God, I'm tired, I don't understand. I tried to trust you, I tried to wait, but I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. Then my voice became silent. I didn't even know if I was still praying, but somehow I stayed there. Maybe faith isn't always shouting,
Maybe faith isn't always smiling,
maybe sometimes faith
it's simply staying on your knees
when you don't know what else to do. I almost stopped praying,
I almost gave up hope.
oh, I almost told my tired heart,
Maybe God won't show.
I almost stopped praying because the waiting hurt so bad. But something deep inside me remembered what I
Already had.
I had seen your mercy, I had felt your grace. So even when my
Faith was weak,
I still called your name. I couldn't make a speech, I couldn't sing a song,
couldn't find the strength to pretend that I was strong. All I could whisper was, God, help me. 3 words, that's all I had. But somehow, 3 words were enough. I stayed there and breathed. I cried and breathed. I whispered, help me. And for the first time, I realized God wasn't asking me to be strong enough. He was asking me to let Him be strong for me. I didn't have to carry tomorrow. I only needed grace for today. I didn't have to understand everything. I only needed to keep walking.
One more prayer,
Even if it's only a whisper.
one more step,
Even if my legs are shaking.
one more morning,
Even if I cried all night.
one more day,
Even if I don't understand.
one more time,
I'll call your name.
one more time,
I'll trust your heart.
one more time.
I'll believe that you are still God.
When my faith was weak,
You held me.
when I couldn't pray,
You heard me.
when I wanted to quit,
You strengthened me. When I couldn't see tomorrow. You
gave me today.
I thought you forgot me. When I thought you forgot me.
You remembered me,
When I almost stopped praying.
you stayed.
The next morning came, and nothing had magically changed. The bills were still there. The questions were still there. The waiting was still there. But I was different. I had given you what I couldn't carry. And somehow, my heart felt lighter. I learned something that morning. Sometimes the miracle isn't the situation changing immediately. Sometimes the miracle is finding strength to face another day. So I stood up, opened the curtains and said, God, I'll keep going. I remember the prayer, the one I prayed so many times. I remember the nights when I wondered if heaven was listening. I remember saying, God, I don't know how much longer I can wait. Then one day, something changed. Not because I forced it, not because I was strong enough, not because I finally figured everything out. It happened in God's time. And when I look back, I realized He had been working the whole time. Then you answered me. Oh, you answered me. I had almost stopped expecting anything to change. I was tired of the waiting, tired of feeling the same. But I whispered one more prayer with my head against the floor. God, if you're still listening, please help me once more. I didn't know what tomorrow held. I didn't know what you would do. I only knew I needed you, and I needed something new. So I surrendered all my plans and placed them into your hands. I stopped trying to tell you how the answer had to look. I simply said, God, whatever you choose, I'll trust you. Oh,
Then you answered me,
after all those nights I cried,
you opened up a door.
I thought would never open wide.
forgotten, but you were preparing me. I thought heaven was silence, but you were working quietly. Then you answered me.
It didn't happen the way I pictured. It didn't come with thunder. There was no warning, no announcement. Just one ordinary day when something finally changed.
The phone rang, the message came,
The opportunity appeared, the door finally opened, and I sat there, almost afraid to believe it. I looked at the situation and whispered, "Is this really happening?"
Then I remembered all those nights, all those tears, all those prayers.
And I knew
this wasn't luck,
this was grace.
the answer didn't erase the waiting, it gave the waiting meaning. The tears didn't disappear, they became part of the testimony.
And you answered me.
After all those nights I cried,
Opened up a door.
I thought would never open wide.
You answered me.
After all the times I prayed, you turned my tears into a testimony, and my fear into new faith. Oh, I thought you had forgotten, but you were preparing me. I thought heaven was silent, but you were working quietly. Then you answered me.
I almost missed the blessing because I was still looking for the answer I had imagined. I wanted one specific door, but you opened another. I wanted one particular road, but you gave me a better direction. I wanted the answer immediately, but you gave me something that required preparation, and now I understand. Sometimes God answers by changing the question. Sometimes the blessing doesn't look like the thing you asked for. Sometimes it's better.
I asked you for one thing,
I asked you for one thing.
you gave me something greater.
I asked you.
To change my situation, you changed me first. Wow!
Then you answered me.
While I was crying,
You were working.
while I was waiting, I was waiting in.
You were working.
While I was doubting,
While I was sleeping.
you were working. While I was saying
Nothing is happening.
heaven was moving,
You opening doors.
I couldn't see.
You
You were preparing blessings.
I couldn't imagine.
You heard me.
Yes,
You heard me.
yes, you remember me.
Yes, you remember me.
Yes, you remember me.
You answered me.
Yes, you remember me.
After the waiting,
Yes, you.
after the tears, after the silence, after I almost gave up, you answered me. You answered me. I sat there crying, but these were different tears. They weren't tears of pain. They were tears of gratitude, because suddenly I remembered the person who prayed for this moment, the person who cried, the person who waited, the person who almost gave up. And I wanted to go back and tell that person, keep praying, keep believing, keep trusting, keep trusting, because the answer was coming. I couldn't see it then, but God could. I couldn't understand it then, but God did. And now I can finally thank Him for the waiting. Then you answer me. Then you answer me. I had almost stopped expecting anything to change. I was tired of the waiting, tired of feeling the same. But I whispered one more prayer with my head against the floor. God, if you're still listening, please help me once more. I didn't know what tomorrow held. I didn't know what you would do. I only knew I needed you, and I needed something new. So I surrendered all my plans and placed them into your hands. I stopped trying to tell you how the answer had to look. I simply said, God, whatever you choose, I'll trust you. Oh, then
I thought you heard me. Only when I finally got the answer. But now I know. You heard me before the answer came.
you heard me,
When I was crying,
you heard me,
when I was angry,
you heard me,
when I couldn't find the words,
you heard me,
when my faith was weak,
you heard me.
when I almost stopped praying. Looking back now, I realize
Every prayer, every whisper, every tear
was heard. You were listening all along. Before anything changed, you already knew my story. Before the door opened, you already knew where it would lead. Before the morning came, you knew how long the night would last. I was asking you for answers while you were preparing me to understand them. I was asking you to change my life while you were changing me. I couldn't see what you were doing, but you could, and somehow you stayed. I thought silence meant that you weren't listening, but silence was never absence. You were closer than I realized.
You were listening all along.
When I thought you couldn't hear every whisper in the darkness, every silent prayer, you were listening all along. Every time I called your name, even when I couldn't see you,
You were never
far away. I thought I had to shout,
I thought I had to prove.
but you already knew my heart.
You were listening all along.
There were prayers I had forgotten, words I barely remembered saying years past. And I thought those prayers had disappeared. Then something happened and I realized God had not forgotten. Some answers take longer than we expect. Some blessings need preparation. Some prayers are answered differently than the way we imagine. But that doesn't mean God ignored them. Sometimes He's simply working on a timeline we cannot see.
I forgot what I asked for,
But you didn't.
I stopped thinking about it.
But you are still working.
You were listening all along.
When I thought you couldn't hear every whisper in the darkness,
Every silent prayer
you were listening.
all along.
Every time I called your name, even when I couldn't see you,
You were never
far away.
I thought I had to shout.
I thought I had to prove, but you already knew my heart.
Listening all along.
There were moments I questioned everything. I wondered, does God really hear me? I watched other people receive answers while I was still waiting, and I started comparing my journey to theirs. But God reminded me, their story wasn't my story. Their timing wasn't my timing. Their blessing wasn't my assignment. And slowly I learned to trust God's plan without needing to understand it. I don't need to know, hey,
can look behind me without bitterness. I can remember the tears without becoming trapped in them. I can remember the waiting without being angry at it. Because now I understand God was never wasting my time. He was building my character. He was strengthening my faith. He was preparing my testimony. He was teaching me that His presence was more valuable than any immediate answer. The answer was beautiful, but discovering you were there was even